Hello. Welcome back to another drawing lesson with me, Zoya. You're watching Sketching with Zoya, and I'm so happy you're here. Before we jump into today's lesson, let's warm up our hands. Today we're going to draw eyes and eventually a pair of eyes that actually match. To do that, we first need to get comfortable drawing smooth, consistent circles. Start by drawing a few horizontal guidelines across your paper. You can use a ruler if you'd like, or simply draw them freehand. Try making some straight lines, some wavy lines, and experiment with different spacing and angles. This is just to loosen up your hand. Once your guidelines are ready, it's time to start drawing circles. I'm using a mechanical pencil so the lines show up clearly on camera, but you can use any pencil you have. Now begin drawing circles in different sizes, large or small, and everything in between. Don't worry about making them perfect. The goal is simply to get your hands moving and help it become more relaxed and controlled. As you go, fill the empty spaces between your circles by adding even more circles. Keep varying the sizes and continue until you've filled the page. The purpose of this warm up is to train your hand to draw smoother, rounder, and more confident circles. This simple exercise will make a big difference when we start drawing the eyes. So go ahead and fill the rest of the page with circles of different sizes, and once you're ready, we'll move on to the next step. Now that we have warmed up our hands, it's a time to draw the eyes. First, draw a horizontal guideline. I made mine 6 inches long. They divided it into 3 equal sections. Each one is 2 inches. The first section is for the first eye. The second is the space between the eyes. And the third is for the second eye. As a general rule, the distance between the eyes is about the width of one eye. Of course, everyone's face is different. If someone has a narrow bridge of the nose, the eyes will appear a little closer together. If the eyes are naturally set farther apart, that middle space will be a bit wider. For this demo, I made the gap slightly smaller, but feel free to adjust the spacing depending on the look you're looking for. To draw two eyes that are perfectly symmetrical after creating our main guideline, we start with the inner corner of the eye. From the lower guideline, we move upward and create an angle of about 30 degrees. After connecting that 30-degree angle, we draw a straight line to mark the height and size of the eye. Whatever we do on the right eye, we repeat actually the same process on the left eye. Using a ruler can really help here, especially when you're trying to make sure both eyes have the same angle and measurements. For the outer corner of the eye, it should meet this imaginary guideline and not go below it. If you want to create an upward turned eye shape, the outer corner will sit slightly above the line. For a more natural eye shape, it will stay right on the guideline. For the lower eyelid, we are actually going to start with two separate lines. Once we connect them, they create a smooth curve. The shape of that curve really depends on the size of the eye you're drawing. Large eyes usually have a softer wide curve, while a smaller eyes tend to have a tighter one. Now I want to show you some different eye shapes. I've already drawn the basic guideline for 4 different eyes here. The basic structure will help us understand how small changes in angles, proportions, and placement can create completely different eye shapes. Now let's add the iris inside the eye. After we find the space between the inner and outer corner of the eye, we need to locate the center point of the distance. Find the middle of this space and divide it into 4 equal sections. 2 sections on the right and 2 sections on the left. The two middle sections represent the size of the iris. Try to create a circle as perfectly as possible. So, what type of eye is this? This is the front-facing eye. The person is looking straight ahead and the irises are positioned exactly in the center of the both eyes. That's why the iris is completely circle. After adding the iris, we need to draw the small dark circle in the center, which is called the pupil. The pupil should be completely black circle and its size should be proportional to the size of the iris. Also, don't forget to add the highlights, the reflection of light in the eyes, which makes them look more realistic and alive. I already explained in detail how to shade the eyes in one of my previous videos. I'll leave the link above, so if you'd like to learn to the complete shading process step by step, you can check that video out. Now let's look at the eyes that are looking to the right. Both irises move toward the right corner of the eyes. As the irises move closer to the corners, the shape changes slightly. Instead of looking like a perfect circle, they become a little more oval because part of the iris is hidden by the eyelids. To find the center position of the irises, draw a vertical guideline on your main horizontal guideline. Then place the pupil and adjust the size of the iris according to the shape and direction of the gaze. And don't forget to add the highlights and detail to make the eyes look more realistic and alive. Now let's look at the eyes that are looking slightly downward and to the left. Again, we place the iris based on the direction of the gaze. Since the eye is looking down to the left, the iris will have a slightly oval shape instead of a perfect circle. We also adjust the eyelid shape to make the eyes feel less open. By lowering the upper eyelid slightly and adding the right shading, we can create the feeling of a softer, more downward looking gaze. Okay, it's turned to the eyes that are looking upward. When the eyes look upward and the head is slightly tilted back, we see the lower eyelid more like a straighter line. The upper eyelid changes as well, and the inner space underneath the eyelashes become more visible because of the angle of view. The irises also move slightly upward, appearing closer to the upper part of the eyes, following the direction of the gaze. And that's the end of our second lesson. Remember, creating a beautiful portrait is not just about copying what you see. It's about understanding the structure, proportions, and the basic concept behind each facial feature. That's why I'm taking you step by step through each part of the face so you can build a strong foundation and improve your drawing skill with confidence. I hope this lesson helped you understand eye structure and different eye directions a little better. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with me for the step-by-step drawing lesson. Your support and feedback truly motivated me to keep creating more art tutorial and sharing my drawing journey with you. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time with me. I see you in the next lesson with another simple but exciting tutorial. Keep practicing, keep creating, and I'll see you soon.